We have a gospel passage that tells the story of Jesus encountering a man who is sick. And by the end of the story, exactly what we expect to have happened happens. The man is cured. In between is the part I find just a little bit odd. Just a little bit. And it comes in the form of one sentence. When Jesus asks the man, "Do you want to be made well? Do you want to be cured?" We might think that's a very curious thing to ask. We would expect the man to say yes. He doesn't quite answer Jesus in the question that is asked. But the answer he gives does give the implication that he wants to be healed. I think the question applies to each and every one of us, too. Because there are many folks out there who, in a certain sense, maybe not physically, but spiritually, are paralyzed. They're locked in. They're stuck. And if you ask them, do you want to change? The answer very often is no. They don't. They may not explicitly say no. They might say something like, well, this is just the way I am. Or they might think this is the way they're supposed to live. There are folks out there who enjoy nothing more than taking their anger off the shelf, taking their lying off the shelf, taking their cheating off the shelf, and taking it down and polishing it up, because this is the most important and most valuable thing in their lives. They're stuck. They're trapped. And it's Christ who's begging to come to them and offers them a different way. He offers each and every one of us a way to let all of that go, to live a different sort of life, to live a better sort of life. Christ, as always, is calling us to higher and better things. He's calling us to follow him. He's calling us to live in the example that he gave us. I was amazed yesterday in Holland at all the flowers and how tall and straight they all stood. The tulips we had here, once they reached a certain height, they dipped, they bent. There was too much weight. But somehow the stems those flowers had were stronger. That's kind of us. We get to a certain point and on our own we slump. We're stuck. We can't go up anymore. But that strength to grow straight, that strength to grow tall, comes from our life with Christ. A life of prayer, a life of reflection, a life of following the example that he gave to each and every one of us by his life, by his passion, by his death, and ultimately by his resurrection. To Jesus Christ be glory, both now and ever, and unto the ages of ages.